Now we are going to get started with the Development Cooperation Information Session. First, Jo Hyun-young, Program Specialist, Civil Society Cooperation, Office of Korea International Cooperation Agency, will make presentation. Please welcome her with a warm round of applause.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of KOICA. Well, my name is Hyun-young Jo. As I'm introduced, I'm a program specialist working with Civil Society Cooperation Office. I first would like to congratulate this ceremony hosted by UNAI, and I also would like to give congratulate remarks to those who are receiving awards today. So, today I would like to give a brief overview of what KOICA is doing and who we work with and how we work. I have 15 minutes for my presentation, and I hope I can share I can hear some comments or questions from the floor for 5 minutes. So, I don't know if many of you know about KOICA, but to give you an easy understanding, like to compare with other donor agency, KOICA is like the same status like USAID in USA or DFID in UK or AusAid in Australia, to give you a general information. So we were established in 1991, so it's been 24 years, and our headquarters is located in Seongnam, Gyeonggi Province, which is like an hour away from here. So our mission is to bring making a better world together under a slogan, happiness for all with Global KOICA. So our goal is to help developing countries to achieve sustainable socio-economic development by supporting them to reduce poverty, improve the quality of life, and resolve global development issues and cooperate with the global community. So KOICA operates in 46 overseas offices in 44 countries. I don't know if any of you are from any of these countries. And altogether we have about less than 500 staffs working all together. Additionally, like in August, KOICA has opened a new office at Côte d'Ivoire, and we also are planning to open an office in New York, the permanent mission of the Republic of the Korea to the UN mission. So we are expanding. So our main strategy is basically on 2 points. The first two ones above we actually are partner-oriented. We try to implement partner-oriented programs by delivering aid based on partner country strategy, and that in line with CPS, which is Country Partnership Strategy, which I will explain furthermore later on, along with capacity development of partner countries. And the bottom two ones are enhancing ODA implementation system within our KOICA system. So as I mentioned, our goal is to eradicate poverty and sustainable development. So in order to reach these goals, we have 5 priority areas, which is education, health, rural development, governance, and industry and energy. So we have the cross-cutting issues in general, like including gender equality, ICT, environment, and human rights. In order to achieve these goal, we have KOICA carry out development projects in partner countries, and we dispatch World Friends Korea, which is a volunteer program, and we also send our expertise in sectoral issues. And we also invite like public servants from developing countries for training courses and provide humanitarian assistance and carry out joint projects with international organizations. So this is the budget for Korea as we compare the scheme for 10 years. Like this year, 2014, Korea's budget is $590 million US, which covers some 70% of Korea's bilateral aid. So if we compare 2000 budget to the budget in 2005, it's more than 2 times. It has been increased more than 2 times compared in 10 years. So this is the budget allocation for 2014. So if we look by region, Asia takes the most part, which is about 52%, and Africa takes about 26%. And if we look by sector, as I mentioned, most of the sectors are focused on our priority areas, and mostly education and health takes the big part. And this is by country. As I mentioned earlier, we have CPS, Country Partnership Program, that is 26 countries. Those are the priority countries which is mentioned, and it's almost 68%. It's taking almost 68% of our budget, and the other goes to fragile states. And if we look by income groups, we allocate most of our budgets to LDCs, and another goes to LMSE, low. So now we will look KOICA in the context of Korea's development cooperation. This is the budget of Korea's ODA in general. This includes KOICA's budget as well as other budgets which are in ODA. So if we look the diagram, you can see the Korea's ODA disbursement have been increased during the decade. And if we look on 2013, the total amount is $1.74 billion US dollar, which is 0.13 of ODA per GNI. So this, as Korea joined OECD DAC in 2010, we became 24th members of the OECD DAC member country. So now we have to report our ODA data to OECD DAC every year. So recently, the result of statistics came out for 2013, and you can see the graph on the PPT. So if we compare Korea with other OECD DAC countries, you can see that Korea taking 0.13 per GNI, and you can compare with the other countries. This is very similar to Greece or Slovenia, a little less than Spain. But the DAC total for 2013 was 0.3 of GNI per ODA. And if we convert that into if we convert that into total volume of ODA, you can see how Korea is taking among OECD DAC countries. So now I will explain more about legal basis. Korea is under the legal basis of Korea. We have KOICA Act, which was established in 1991, and we have a legal framework of Korea's ODA in general under Korea's ODA law. So to have a general understanding of where KOICA fits in Korea's development cooperation, I think this chart explains very well. Korea's ODA is divided into two different ways. One is, like, in a big scheme, it's one side is bilateral aid and the other is multilateral aid. Bilateral aid working with partner countries directly, or multilateral aid working with international organizations. And in terms of bilateral aid, it goes to grants and loans. KOICA is an implementing agency for grants, which is authorized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and loans is implemented by EDCF, the Export-Import Bank of Korea, authorized under Ministry of Strategy and Finance. I think further explanation will be given by a director from EDCF, so I won't explain more about it. And this is Korea's ODA system in general. We have a Committee for International Development Cooperation, and the chair is Prime Minister, and the members are ministers of relevant ministries and civil experts. Here, they decide the general strategy and oversees the Korea's ODA in general, and it coordinates the roles between grants and loans. So on KOICA and MOFA side, where it's in charge of grant, and the side where EDCF and Minister of Strategy and Finance is in charge of concessional loans. So I hope you can have a general understanding. So as KOICA is working, so in terms the division labor in cooperation with government and ministries and Exim Bank, KOICA strongly work with Ministry of Foreign Affairs as we are under Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And KOICA also strongly work with other government ministries who implement those grant programs to developing countries. Based on 2013, there were like 27 ministry and government agencies who had conducted grant program in developing countries. And we also communicate and host consultation meetings with EDCF regularly. So this is the structure of how it works in headquarters. Headquarters means here in Korea. So as I mentioned, KOICA strongly works with MOFA and with other ministries. And in the field in developing countries, if we have like KOICA program, we have an overseas offices and we work closely with Korean embassy as well as partner countries, the government, local government. So to give you a more understanding about the country partnership strategy, which is called CPS, it's to make KOICA's aid more effective, and it's finalized on August 2013. We have 26 priority countries, which in Asia 11, Africa 8, and Middle East and CIS 2, and Latin America and others 5. So it's actually based on countries' comparative advantages and development experiences, and each CPS details 2 to 3 primary areas for respective developing countries and seek to align with partner countries' national development plan and strategy. The impressive thing about CPS is that it has an integrated strategy between grant and concessional loan. So it's an integrated strategy among those two sectors. So it actually prevents aid fragmentation, and it dedicates it to aid harmonization. And here are some policy directions. We try to increase the volume of ODA among grant aid, and we try to implement result-based management system and try to integrate Korea's development experience and comparative advantage into development cooperation projects. And we build a partnership with CSOs and private sector, and we maintain selection and focus principles based on CPS and try to expand untied aid and strengthen capacity for ODA implementation. And this is the strategy plan for advancement that we have. So it's in line with the strategy that we have. And here is the partnership with international organizations. We build partnership with DOC members, as I mentioned, like JICA, USAID, ZIZ. And we also have partnership with non-DOC member countries. So by building partnership, we do joint activities and we share information together, and we also have some cooperative programs together. So KOICA have a lot of projects going on. We have Project 8 as a big scale, which runs about 2 to 3 years in developing countries. And we have training program called SIAT. This is a inviting civil servants from developing countries to train for short-term or long-term period. And we also dispatch World Friends Korea, which is a volunteering program. And we have public-private partnership. We do evaluation and ODA research and education public relations. And as KOICA, as the volunteer program is a big part of KOICA's activity, we have various types of volunteering programs. Senior program, general volunteer, and NGOs and more. So as I'm working at Civil Society Cooperation Office, I would like to explain more about how we work with diverse partners, because after the fourth high-level, the fourth Busan, which was 2011, the partnership among various actors have been emphasized, and we have expanded the partnership not between among CSOs, not only CSOs, but with business and academies. We have expanded our partnership with various stakeholders. So we built partnership with our long partnership was started with CSO members, which is civil society organizations, from 1995, and we expand our partnership to business and academy. So this is the partnership program that is being conducted. We have partnership program with academy, business, and CSOs. And we also support the activities not only Korean NGOs, but also local CSOs. As I'm running out of time, I think I'll skip some of the points. And I would like to explain the Development Alliance Korea. In line with building partnership, Korea launched in 2012 a national platform called Development Alliance Korea. This is a platform of government, business, and CSOs and academies. It was an innovative public-private partnership platform, including all actors. These actors actually, the member of all these actors now is almost 240 members are in that platform, and it is expanding as time goes by. So the activities that DAK does is that they build partnership. We offer a marketplace where they can share their projects, or they build partnership and make further projects together. And there is also four working groups on health and social business and education. They really actively work, and they also host workshops and seminars. So as this forum is for university students, I had some suggestions for university students where they can engage. First, I think on a project level, I think students can get engaged with PPP program as an academy partnership program. And students can also take part as a volunteer in World Friends Korea, which is very actively engaged. And we also have ODA internship program, which gives students career development in developing countries. And we also provide educations in our Institute of International Development Education Academy. And also we also host similar contests like research paper contests. So we have, I think those areas are where students can engage with KOICA. And if you need some more information, you can find Korea's ODA information and KOICA's information on this website. Thank you very much. And I don't think I have time for questions, but thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Professor Edward A. Punnell from Handong International Law School will make a presentation. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.